Definitely want to give a shout out to the servers though. I mean, I feel like because you could tell the difference between good service, right, and good and not so good
Yeah.
service, right? So I'm gonna give little hand claps to
Thank you.
everybody.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate what you do. But yeah, so it does make me feel sometimes like, dang, I didn't really. Yeah, you can definitely tell, and I feel like that does kind of when it comes to like a tip, you do feel a little bit more, generous when it comes to good service and not
Yeah.
so good
Oh,
service.
trust me, and like I've gone out to eat many, many times, and then you could tell, like from because I'm a server too. Like, I could tell like which servers are genuine or those that
Right.
don't care.
And then there's something where like, why do you even work as a server? Like like rude for rude people, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But yeah, there's times where I do experience that or seen that before. All right. So you've been working as a server since 2010.
yeah.
So are you gonna get your own restaurant one day, or what's the plan?
My
You ever thought
brother's one
about that?
that's my brother's one that's told me about that. Like,
Oh,
dude, I should start
really?
my own restaurant. But the thing is, like, I know opening a restaurant, like your
Yeah.
own, like a family owned restaurant,
Right.
instead of a corporate,
Right.
like
Right.
like the big chains the chain restaurants.
Right.
It's a big risk.
Yeah. There's a lot that goes into that.
Yeah.
Have you ever kind of went in like as you've grown, with work, your career as a server and all of that? Have you ever been exposed to that side of like the restaurant business as like more of like the administrative side or like managing side, or is it only always been kind of serving in that area?
No, it's always been for me just in a serving,
Okay.
because I mean, like for management or even like bartenders,
Right.
because there's a lot more responsibilities, a lot more responsibilities doing that. And not gonna lie, it does make me a little nervous when I think about it. Like for a bartender, like they have a
Right.
drawer, they gotta make sure the drawer is balanced with the cash. They're not over or
Right.
under a certain amount. Because
Okay.
then when it comes to money, there could always be a trouble.
Yeah, for sure, for
And for
sure.
management, you just have so much to deal with. Like sometimes, like if you think servers, like deal with a lot with serving guests. Like once a guest asks for a manager, and manager goes over and the guest complains about what else,
Oh
it's like
yeah.
it's even worse than what the guest will tell the
Right,
server.
right.
And I've seen it happen.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet it can get crazy sometimes.
Yeah. And it just seems very, very stressful. My hat's off to the management at restaurants that deal with all that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a very patient person. I'm
Yeah,
not
you
saying
are.
I'm not saying I'd be impatient as a manager, but
Jabronis tend to be patient.
yeah, I'll take it as a compliment. Thank you. But yeah, I mean, where I'm at right now, like I'm satisfied with it. Like I said, we have our good, our bad days,
Right.
but what helps me. I don't think I mentioned before is like the people that I work with too.
That's true. Okay.
Yeah, like
Like in what ways? Like where it's like a good environment to work in?
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, like if I'm at work, like I know who I could like. I tend to joke around a lot at work.
Right. Right.
I joke around a lot. And but it's not because like I don't take the job seriously. Like I get serious when I have to. Like if I'm busy, like ain't gonna joke around. I get slammed. I gotta do what I gotta do. But when there's
Yeah.
some downtime, maybe joke around, like, make conversation with those. Like I have friends at work too
Right.
that I've hung out with outside of work. They're not
Right.
just coworkers,
Okay.
you know.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was thinking about right now. You seen the movie Reservoir Dogs?
Yeah.
Okay. I always think about the tipping
With
scene.
Steve Buscemi,
Yeah, I love
who
they're awesome.
Mr. Pink, right?
Yeah,
What
yeah,
he talks about. Yeah, I mean, some people think that way. Me, I'm just like, look, I'm doing my job. You want a tip?
right,
Go ahead. If not, all right, on to the
right,
next one.
right.
Yeah,
And there are times where you get people who don't tip.
yeah, it happens.
Okay,
Yeah,
it does happen, huh?
yeah,
Speaking of restaurants, speaking of food, I'm starting to get really
yeah.
hungry.
Me too. I skipped
Um,
breakfast.